Hi, I'm Brenda Marriott. Welcome to my EDU 709 Creating Project online presentation. The topic I chose to use for my project was concept mapping. I began my research searching for new ways to use mind mapping in our dental hygiene program. As my research expanded, I questioned if mind mapping was the technological innovation I was looking for. During my research of mind mapping, I came across concept mapping. The big decision, concept mapping versus mind mapping. Concept mapping won. Concept mapping can be used by students to link concepts that describe the connections or relationships between the boxes, use more than one main focus or central idea, and can be used as an assessment tool. Here's an example of a concept map from Inspiration-9 to show relationships among vertebrae. You can see where the lines are connected by text that states the relationships between the boxes or pictures, and you can go into as much detail as you like with one or more central ideas. Mind mapping only allows for one main focus or central idea, and it does not allow for the connections or relationships between the boxes to be visualized in text, only with arrows between the boxes or images. Here's an example of a mind map from Inspiration-9. This mind map had one main focus and no text between the boxes to state the connections or relationships with the boxes or images. So it doesn't go into as much detail and show the relationships between the boxes. For my rationale, I had to consider concept mapping and my need versus mind mapping, and I needed my students to understand complex concepts and their relationships, as well as be able to assess what the students already knew, have learned, and what they need for remediation. Concept mapping allows for a deeper level of learning in that it has the capabilities of connecting multiple concepts together and showing relationships within as well as outward. Concept mapping won. For my final project, the process I chose to use concept mapping using the software Inspiration in conjunction with the Internet and Wiki to create two innovative lessons on, number 1, understanding the regions of the face and neck and associated structures, and number 2, understanding the divisions of the oral cavity and the surface landmarks associated within each part. First, I set up my class wiki and posted the first assignment on the class wiki concept map page. I then organized my first lesson and planned my wiki workshop. Now, the students had created their student wiki during orientation week, and I wanted to review the wiki in the wiki workshop. The wiki workshop will review what a wiki is, how to navigate it, and how to post and retrieve assignments from it. I will review Chapter 1 and the assignment. Then, I will invite the students to join the class wiki. I will instruct the students to check the class wiki concept map page for their first assignment. The students are ready to go. Now, the students will have set up their student wiki during orientation, as I stated previously. They will have read Chapter 1 before the first lecture. They need to attend the first lecture and wiki workshop. They need to join their class wiki, access the assignment on the class wiki, and they need to choose and download the concept map software they chose from the two mentioned in Lecture 1, either Inspiration or MindJet. The students need to review the tutorial for their chosen software so they know how to use it. They need to create their concept map. Then they're going to copy and paste their concept map that they created in the class wiki on the concept map page with their name and date. They're also going to copy and paste their concept map in their student wiki on the concept map page for their own review for later. Then they're going to review the concept maps of 2 of their classmates and post a response to them on the class wiki discussion board page. And finally, the students will respond to any questions directed to them by their classmates or the instructor on the class wiki discussion board page. I will then review the concept maps and assess them for accuracy and remediation purposes. And again, the concept maps are available to the students or myself 24/7 for review. And that's a wonderful thing. There are numerous project advantages to Lesson 1 and Lesson 2. Simple, free to use for 30 days. It increases motivation, creates a deeper level of cognitive thought, is more engaging, allows for visualization of the concepts, is accessible 24/7, and can be saved for review, especially important around national and state board time when the hygiene students as well as faculty get extremely overwhelmed. More advantages include the fact that it can be used for assessment and remediation purposes. It definitely increases computer skills and supports individual learning and ownership of work. It increases knowledge base by collaboration and sharing of information. There are some downsides, though. The project may increase class time by students not understanding how to create or navigate a wiki, or the fact that not everyone may have access to a computer or internet when not at school. Teachers and students may feel threatened using new technology. We have a blended classroom. Some are digital natives, some are digital immigrants in our program, and oftentimes we run into that. Lesson 2 involves using concept maps to understand the divisions of the oral cavity and associated surface landmarks. And for this lesson, I wanted to tweak the concept map a little differently. Instead of the student creating the concept map totally, I'm going to create the concept maps, and the student will create or complete a fill-in-the-blank concept map with a vocabulary list using inspiration. I will copy and paste the concept map to the class wiki concept map page as an assignment for Lesson 2. And for this lesson, the student will read Chapter 2 before the second lesson, access the concept map assignment for Lesson 2 from the class wiki concept map page, follow directions given with the assignment to complete the concept map with the words chosen from the given vocabulary list. The student will then copy and paste their completed concept map onto the concept map page of the class wiki and student wiki with name and date. The students will review 2 concept maps of classmates on the class wiki concept map page. Then they will post comments to 2 concept maps of classmates on the class wiki discussion board page. And finally, the students will answer any questions directed to them on the class wiki discussion board page from either their classmates or myself. Lesson 2 has several advantages as well. It allows for information to be applied in an organized visual fashion. It increases student engagement and motivation. It increases deeper learning and memory. It's definitely fun and easy to use. Lesson 2 is free for students. For the instructor, free for 30 days and then a fee. But for the students, this one's a freebie. It increases computer skills, increases overall knowledge, and allows for assessment and direction of correcting misinformation. There are some disadvantages to Lesson 2 as well, but they're few. And the first is that paper and pencil may be just as effective in a fill-in-the-blank. May take more time for students unsure of technology or content of material. All students may not have access to a computer or internet who are not in school. And the cost for teachers of software after the 30-day free trial. Finally, anxiety among teachers and students not familiar with the technology of concept mapping or wiki. Now, effective instructional strategies. Well, both lessons are interactive. Both can be used in a group or individually. The software is free or after 30 days with a fee. There's an easy learning curve with the software. Peer review and discussion definitely equals increased sharing and knowledge. And concept mapping develops organizational skills, computer skills, independent learners, and ownership of work. The transferability to other teachers, subject content in different school settings is great. And concept mapping can be used at all grade levels, but it seems to work better for grades 6 through adult due to the cognitive levels needed to understand the concepts. Concept mapping can be as simple or as complex as needed. And both software I chose for lessons can be used easily and free for the 30 days. Concept mapping can be adapted to any teacher, subject content, and different school settings easily. There's limitless creativity. Concept mapping is a great, innovative use of technology. I have many references and resources for your further learning. Please feel free to scan through them. I have journal articles, texts, web resources, blogs, just about anything you can think of. So there's about 4 pages of references. And finally, I'd like to thank you all for taking the time to watch my presentation, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.